So, hi everyone, good evening. So, today my throat is not well, little bit, so the voice might be not that much clear. Let me share the link of this live in the Telegram group. Okay. So, guys, let's everyone join this Q&A and then we'll start the discussion. So, hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. म्यूजिक मस्ती इज आस्किंग हेलो आईटी मार्केट अब कैसा है? तो लास्ट 1-2 मंथ से मैंने देखा कि काफ़ी सारी ओपनिंग्स निकली है फ्रेशर के लिए भी और एक्सपीरियंस के लिए भी। तो जो ईयर एंडिंग था उसमें मैंने देखा काफ़ी ओपनिंग्स निकली है, ठीक है। एंड जो मतलब बाकी के मंथ्स थे उसमें उतनी ओपनिंग्स नहीं थी, बट ईयर एंड में मैंने देखा कि नवंबर दिसंबर में अच्छी खासी ओपनिंग्स निकली है फ्रेशर के लिए एज वेल एज एक्सपीरियंस के लिए भी। Avantika is asking, hi sir, after long time. How are you, sir? Remember me, your oldest subscriber? Yes, Avantika, I do remember your name. Earlier, you used to attend my live sessions a lot. बट बीच में काफ़ी सारे जो लाइव सेशंस थे उसमें आप शायद आई थिंक यू हैवंट जॉइंड. So guys, you can ask your questions one by one. It is not working for me. Yeah. Sanchit is asking, hi sir, this is my first live session of yours, but I have seen many videos of yours on SaaS. So Sanchit, what you are doing, like, can you introduce yourself, like you are studying or you are learning clinical SaaS? Hi Ramesh. Okay, so meanwhile your questions are coming, let me share a few things which can be very important for you. So first of all, you all should know that we are about to, end this year. Not we are, but the year is going to end. We are in December, right? So if you are like, if you are someone who planned like in this year, I have missed a lot of things I wanted to do, or I didn't did this and this and this I wanted to do in my life. Write down on a paper and choose which things are important for you to change your life, to change your career, and don't wait for 2025 to start. You can start it from today itself. If something you wanted to do and you haven't started, वो आप आज से or like from tomorrow you can start it, right? Write down your goals which you haven't started and you have planned for. Vishnu is asking, sir, completed my B pharmacy. I'm able to learn clinical SaaS. So you are asking me or you are telling me, Vishnu, that you are learning clinical SaaS. So obviously, if you have done B Pharmacy, you are eligible for this role. And yeah, learning SaaS is not that much difficult. It's easy to learn. म्यूजिक मस्ती सर, मैं स्टार्टअप में काम कर रहा हूँ, मेरा पैकेज 12 LPA का है एज अ फुल स्टैक डेवलपर, दैट्स ग्रेट. मेरा बैंक स्टेटमेंट है, 2 ईयर का एक्सपीरियंस है, बट फॉर्म 16 नहीं, मुझे MNC अप्लाई कर सकता हूँ? ऑब्वियसली आप कर सकते हो. Miss is telling, sir, fresher job very rare in SaaS, sir. See, it's not rare. There is a cycle of interview. Like you can go and watch my videos, like in which months companies hire statistical programmer. That will give you clarity. Companies are having like, or interviews are like happening in cycle. Like let's suppose if companies have hired a bunch of students this month, then they'll be hiring again after 3-4 months, again after 3-4 months, right? So what happened, let's suppose after 3-4 months of wait, some interviews are happening, and obviously if 100 people are there, not all the 100 people gonna get interview, right? And not all of them get selected. So some people might gonna get interview and some people might gonna get selected. So sometimes we feel that interviews are not there, selection is not there, but yeah, you need to have one thing, patience. So that's why I suggest to freshers who are planning for clinical SaaS or any demanding role, because the competition is high, you need to perform better. On top of that, you don't need to sit idle, do something, right? Don't sit idle ki isi role pe job milega, then I'll start my journey. Get into some relevant role and be in the loop for the best role. अवंतिका सर, अभी वेकेशन चल रहा है, सो इसलिए अटेंड कर पा रही हूँ. सर, I tested you on Insta, please reply, career related, I need some guidance. So Avantika, like you can ping me right now, because if you have pinged earlier, so वो message काफी नीचे जा चुका होगा. It will be in like very old, because many messages has getting online, right? So if you'll ping now, it will come at the top. I said this is first clinical SaaS. Mr. X is asking, this is my first live session of yours. Did we have a clinical SaaS fresher opening in next month? Did we have clinical opening? Yeah, like what I have found recently in the December or Jan Feb, hirings are good, because in December also I have seen some of the companies have actively recruited for freshers on this role. Let's see about what happens in Jan and Feb. Sanchit is telling, sir, I'm final year B Pharma student. I have started seeing videos on YouTube, but getting confused about the path to follow. So Sanchit, I have created at least 4 to 5 videos on clinical SaaS tracker, clinical SaaS syllabus. Just watch all my 4-5 videos. You will be very clear with the path for sure. Avinash, sir, मेरी age 37 है. Can I learn automation testing with Java? I'm non-IT person. You can learn, but I don't feel automation testing or testing is something which can give you long-term growth. So if you want to take risk in better things like cloud computing, data scientist, or cyber security, full stack developer, try to go into or get into this role. Bhavesh, sir, when I can call you? Bhavesh, you can call me tomorrow after 11 a.m. Pratik, any update related to fresher vacancy? Pratik, I have recently created some videos on that, on fresher openings, which I got to know. Vishnu, as a fresher, clinical SaaS an hour, itna must hai kya sir? Now in 2024, It's almost end, right? So from 2025, mark my words, for freshers, it is must on clinical SaaS role, you should have two languages knowledge. First is SaaS, another is R. So it is must. Rahul, 2013 pass out, non-IT job profile. Could I come into IT as this stage? Obviously, you can. Sharadya is asking, hi sir, how are you? So I'm fine. How about you? कितना टाइम लगता है आर और सैस सीखने में और जॉब लगने में? सीखने में अराउंड 4 मंथ्स लग सकते हैं या मैक्सिमम 5 मंथ्स, और जॉब लगने में अगले 4 मंथ्स लग सकते हैं, यानी टोटल 8 मंथ या 9 मंथ्स लग सकते हैं पूरा प्रोसेस लर्निंग से लेके जॉब लगने में. Rahul, in which profile should I go? So Rahul, before suggesting you in which profile you should go, you should tell me about yourself. What's your educational background? What you're doing currently? Then I can suggest you. Mr. X is telling, I have completed base, advanced, and proc SQL macros. And in SDM, I am good with 6-7 domains knowledge, TLF. So if you have done this much, Mr. X, this is enough. This is enough to crack a clinical SaaS or statistical programmer interview. But in the programming part, if you can add R as well, okay, in the languages part, right now you know one language SaaS. If you add R as well, that can be, that can be beneficial for you. Imani is asking how we can prepare for base SaaS certification exam without joining any training institute. It's very easy. I have already created a video on that, base SaaS exam preparation. Okay, just search this on YouTube, base SaaS exam preparation, and write my channel name, Mr. Seeker. You will get a 30 or 40 minutes video. In that, I have shared the entire path that how to do self preparation for base SaaS exam. Okay. So Rob is asking, hi sir, I have started learning SaaS and wanted to know which are the important topics for clinical SaaS should I particularly focus on? See, from clinical SaaS, if you're talking about this role, so you should have the must knowledge should be the software knowledge, that is learning SaaS software base and advanced. सो बेस और एडवांस तो आपको अच्छे से आना ही चाहिए, उसमें कोई पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्लिनिकल, बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी वास्ट, in that I can tell you what is important. You should able to create SDM data set, ADAM data set, table and listing. Okay, so it is not like in SDM you should able to create all the data set, at least 2 SDM data set, 2 ADAM data set, 2 tables and 2 listings. Okay, 1 or 2 minimum you should able to, so that you can get an idea कि SDM होता क्या है, अगर at least एक भी create किया होगा तो. And along with that, I'm assuming if you're creating SDM ADAM, so आप protocol read किया ही होगा, right? जिस भी study का आप data use कर रहे हो, so protocol, SAP, you should know mock shells, study spec like SDM and ADAM spec, and some common things like clinical trial phases, ICF, CRF. These are some common things you should know. Avantika is asking, sir, I have one doubt. We need to learn the whole R and Python language. See, SAS, you should learn it fully. For R and Python, you can learn half. That is also fine. The important things, okay? So the sequence should be in this way: SAS pura seekh lo, learn SAS fully, and R up to 60% or 70%, and Python up to 40-50%. Okay. If you're not learning Python, that is also fine, but must learn SAS fully and R at least 50-60%. Rahul is asking 2013 pass out non-IT profile, should I go? So Rahul, like you have passed out in 2013, but what's your educational background? Tell me that. Sanchit, sir, could you please share any insight about MSc in clinical data management, particularly regarding curriculum, if you know? So Sanchit, for this, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling. So we can have a detailed review. I can review the curriculum of the college as well. And finally, we can come to a conclusion, is that is going to benefit you or not. Okay. Mr. X, sir, but I'm fresher, is R mandatory? Yeah, for fresher also R is mandatory now. So see, the company's requirement earlier, it was like in the language part, you should have one language knowledge. So right now they are asking for R as well, right? So if you have R knowledge, obviously that's gonna be a plus point. Your chance is gonna be high. Sunanda Mondal, sir, tell R syllabus for clinical statistics. So on this, Sunanda, soon I'm going to create a video, okay? R syllabus. योगी, सर मैंने MSc केमिस्ट्री की है, मैं SAS में जा सकता हूँ? Obviously you can. ऋषि, हाय सर, हाउ आर यू? वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम आई गॉट कनेक्टेड. सर आपकी किसी फ्री रहते हैं? नहीं ऋषि, आप मुझे काम करो, कल 12 के अराउंड, 12 या 12:30 के अराउंड कॉल कर लो. Avantika, so do you still feel the scope of clinical science domain will be evergreen in the next 20 years? Avantika, obviously. See, the role is not going to go anywhere. Or only thing is that you need to adapt the technologies and adapt the new knowledge as well, new skills as well. The statistical programmer role is not going to go anywhere because that is one of the crucial role in the CRO. Rahul, okay. Mr. X is asking, could you please suggest best way to create resume or CV for fresher? So Mr. X, I have already created video on my channel, like statistical programmer CV or clinical science programmer CV. Go and watch that video. You can simply write this on YouTube, clinical science or statistical programmer CV, and write my channel name at the end, Mr. Seeker. You'll get my video. Rahul Jaiswal, I'm engineering mechanical. Okay. Rahul, first you should figure out that what is something you are interested in, and second, what is something in demand. If you feel that I am interested into this, and is there anything related to that I can learn, so you will perform better क्योंकि आपको interest भी है and आप वो चीज़ कर भी रहे हो, वो करने का try भी कर रहे हो. Or else if you are not able to figure out कि मुझे किस में interest है और क्या मैं अच्छे से कर सकता हूँ, then choose the trending things. Trending things means which are in demand, and be ready to give few months aggressively, means उन months में आपका dedication एकदम high होना चाहिए. So there are multiple things you can explore. I can share some of them: cloud, full stack, data analysis, clinical SaaS, cyber security, and many other things, ERP. Hi Prabhat, good evening. योगी इज आस्किंग, सर सैस में मैथ्स भी होती है क्या? सैस में मैथ्स नहीं होती, बट जब भी आपको कैलकुलेशंस परफॉर्म करने होते हैं तो आप सॉफ्टवेयर से करवा सकते हो. सो योगी, यू डोंट नीड टू कैलकुलेट. आपको कैलकुलेट खुद नहीं करना पड़ता, सॉफ्टवेयर इज गोना कैलकुलेट, राइट? इट्स लाइक सेम लाइक कैलकुलेटर्स. कैलकुलेटर्स में आप प्रेस करते हो और कैलकुलेटर्स कैलकुलेशन करते, राइट? सेम वे इन सॉफ्टवेयर. यू जस्ट टेल द सॉफ्टवेयर कि क्या निकालना है, मीन निकालना है, एवरेज निकालना है, मीडियन निकालना है, मैक्सिमम निकालना है. Everything will be done by or performed by the softwares. So some part maths is there, but वो calculations आप ये सीखते हो कि कैसे आप सॉफ्टवेयर से कैलकुलेशन करवा सकते हो. इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट यू शुड नो कैलकुलेशंस. I learn manual testing. Manual testing is like a lot of people, I don't know why they are choosing testing to start their career. I feel testing में बहुत ज़्यादा बहुत ज़्यादा क्राउड है. A lot of people have been pushed by the training institute. कुछ ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट है जो aggressively ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि मतलब टेस्टिंग करो. So I don't feel until unless you are interested into testing can have something, in long term उसमें आपको कुछ benefit मिल सकता है. Obviously testing is good. Testing अच्छा है, बुरा नहीं है. But if you compare with data analysis, data science, or ERP or cloud or cyber security, so testing थोड़ा I feel personal level की थोड़ा it can be below. Pawan is asking how to improve critical and logical thinking. Read books. Sleep on time, wake up on time, do exercise. So I think Pawan, I already shared these tips to you earlier as well. How we can ask for referrals on LinkedIn, create a format, create a structure that, hi, my name is this and this, I have completed my training and I'm actively looking for vacancy, so please guide me if you come across any vacancy. ऐसी कोई script ready करो, and then every day just forward to 5 or 10 people. Surely you'll get some response. Avantika, learning Power BI SQL will be beneficial for SaaS programmer. Not sure that much about Power BI, but SQL for sure, it's gonna be beneficial. फार्मर, सर मेरा ये साल ड्रॉप हो गया है, नेक्स्ट ईयर बी फार्म करने का सोच रहा हूँ, मेरे को क्लिनिकल साइंस में जाने. फार्मर, मैंने तो वैसे काफ़ी सारी डिटेल में वीडियो बना रखी है, रोड मैप फॉर क्लिनिकल साइंस प्रोग्रामर, बट स्टिल यू कैन कनेक्ट मी थ्रू 1-to-1 काउंसलिंग और वहाँ पे हम डिटेल में डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं. यू कैन फाइंड द लिंक इन द वीडियो डिस्क्रिप्शन. मयंक अग्रवाल, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग है, आईटी में स्विच करना है. आईटी में स्विच करना है, नेटवर्किंग में करियर बना सकते हैं क्या? मयंक, अगेन गाइज, अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम ऐसे सिचुएशन आई है कि मुझे रेंडमली यूट्यूब पे काफ़ी लोग ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कि सर मैं ये कर सकता हूँ क्या, वो कर सकता हूँ क्या. तो सी, अगर आप श्योर हो कि मुझे ये करना है, लेट सपोज आप श्योर हो कि आपको क्लिनिकल साइंस करना है, तो आई कैन शेयर यू द रोड मैप, आई कैन शेयर यू द जर्नी, व्हाट गोना हैपन, हाउ मच टाइम इट गोना टेक. बट जब आप ये पूछते हो कि मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, तो आई बिलीव यू शुड हैव अ डिस्कशन आइदर विथ मी और समवन एल्स who are expert, टेक्नोलॉजी एक्सपर्ट और जिनको नॉलेज हो कुछ. तो वन कैन नॉट गिव यू आंसर ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ जस्ट अ क्वेश्चन कि आपको क्या करना चाहिए. Because if something you are going to choose for your career, you should have a thorough, discussion, research. So for this thing, you can connect me through 1-to-1 counseling. Like you can connect me as well and other professionals as well who are into this, who are into technology. There I can, have 1-to-1 discussion with you, and then I'll be getting to know you, like आपको क्या चीज़ें सही लग रही है, कैसी लग रही है, किस एक्सटेंट तक आप जाना चाह रहे हो. Then I can finally suggest you. Yogi, in the current era, I feel it's not about a software. You're talking about SaaS. The role is statistical programmer. Obviously, it is secure, but in the current era, what is happening, you should upgrade your skills on time. Let's suppose you are working on a statistical programmer role and you haven't upgraded your skills since 10, 20 or 30 years, then the thing's gonna be, difficult for you. तो आपको अपनी skills update करनी चाहिए एक time के बाद, after 5 or 10 years. Okay. Advanced Excel, that is not that much required. See, the must required is SAS and then R. ये must है. Mr. X, for fresher to get selected, we need to have reference from manager level, but we don't have. It is not like that, Mr. X, that every time you should have a referral from manager. But yeah, it's good to have referrals from manager, directors, seniors. Referral can be given by anyone. It is not कि manager ने referral दिया तो ज़्यादा effective होगा. Because at the end of the day, like your interview gonna happen, and finally that panel gonna decide how was the interview and whether they wanna take you in or not. Sunanda, sir, SQL or database? My SQL, no SQL, need to learn. So you are asking, Sunanda, in general, or you are asking for a particular role you want to work with? Rahul is asking 2019 mechanical pass out testing. He also said data analyst could be etc. Because of crowd and testing. That's also feel because now what to do. Rahul, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling and there we can discuss in detail. Yes, she's asking vacancy numbers and salary comparison between medical coding and statistical programmer. So Yash, I think I have already created a video on this medical coder versus statistical programmer. Shravan is asking how to learn R programming, what topics we need to create, focus. Okay, I'll create a video on this, Shravan. R syllabus for statistical programmer or clinical SAS programmer. Mr. X, I nearly spent a year for SAS but didn't got selected. Mr. X, maybe you can connect to me through one-to-one counseling and maybe I can share you some tips or some ideas which you might haven't followed and that can help you. Maybe. Rahul Jaiswal, how to connect you? You can check the link. There will be one-to-one counseling link in any of my video description. You just check the video description, even this live video description, you'll find one-to-one counseling link. Mr. X, I'm selected for interview too and answered everything, even though I answered they don't consider. Mr. X, I have created some videos on my journey and even I have shared initially when I was giving the interview on this role. So many of the companies, I felt like I obviously gonna get selected, but I didn't got selected. And that happens, that's totally fine. Not every company you feel that that the interview was well, you're gonna get selected. Not every company gonna select in that way. There can be multiple factors, okay, behind the scene on the basis of what they are selecting candidate. So this is very much fine. Sometimes you can feel that interview was very good, you have given the answers, but you still didn't got selected. But have patience. Obviously, you're gonna get selected. You're performing better. You also know, and someday the company gonna also know, right? Maybe one company got biased, or they didn't focus on you, or due to some XYZ reason they haven't decided to hire you. But obviously, if you're performing better, next company gonna hire you, right? Farmer, the course is clinical science programmer, and that is also known as statistical programmer. I think yes, I have already created a video on this. So how to get reference on LinkedIn. Sunanda, for clinical statistical programmer, SQL or database SQL, MySQL need to learn. You can simply learn SQL, that's all. Okay. Patil is telling thank you. got offer from Medbase. Congrats, Patil. Could you please share about your journey into clinical SaaS and how my videos or I was able to help you during this journey so other people can get an idea from your journey. And please connect me on LinkedIn as well. Mr. X, to know about updates for fresher interviews, in which platform did need to follow? Right now, mostly I'm sharing the fresher openings in the groups sometimes, but I'm planning to create something where I can regularly put the fresher vacancies. It can be either Telegram group, WhatsApp group, or maybe on YouTube. Maybe I can create a playlist. Farmer is telling sir drop के बाद SaaS में जा सकते हैं. Obviously you can. Can someone change from PV to clinical SaaS? Yes, Yogesh. Obviously you can do. There is no delay or there is no right time. Whenever you get to know that I want to update myself or I want to update my job role, you can. Aniket is asking, I have just started learning SaaS. Could you please guide me where to learn or which course should I join? Aniket, you just connect me through one-to-one counseling and we can have a detailed discussion over this. Or else you can follow my videos as well, Aniket. I have created many videos. I have created, I think, a playlist on this. Like if someone is starting their journey into SaaS, how to choose an institute, offline versus online institute, about everything. And if you don't want to search on internet or on YouTube or figure out the things on my videos, you can directly connect to me through one-to-one counseling. Yogi, SaaS is hard or easy for non-entry students? SaaS is easy. So, Mr. X, I have uploaded some videos on interview questions. You can go and check, and I have created some playlist as well. So might be you can get better idea from there. So I have created many playlists on my channel related to SaaS or clinical SaaS. Like some playlists are for broadcast where I have created videos with my own student who got selected, some working professionals who are working abroad in UK. Okay, so go and watch, and some playlists are for interview questions or interview preparation. You can watch those videos. Venom is asking, I have passed B Farm in 2023. I have done my basis certification. Now I'm worried. So that is there any problem gap I'm doing? There is no problem in that, Venom. See, year gap is not a big deal. Yeah, obviously some 30% or 40% of companies not gonna consider you. Maybe they can have a criteria, but still you have the 60 or 70% market, and that is more than enough. Okay. Yogesh is telling, while watching SaaS videos seems easy, but writing program, it's very volatile. Is there any way to remember the things easily? Understand the syntax. Understand the syntax. Let me give an example, like what is the syntax for scan function. So first you will write the scan function, and then in bracket or parenthesis, first you will give the variable name or target variable, and then second argument will be the word position, right? Whichever word you want to read or extract. And third argument will be delimiter, right? And fourth argument can be modifier. So you should know the structure that is known as syntax. Similarly, what's the syntax for substr? So first you will write substr, then in parentheses, first argument will be the variable name or target variable. Second argument will be starting position from where you want to read. Third argument will be length. Okay, from wherever you want to read from third position, let's suppose. So how many how much length you want to read? Okay, from that starting position, like you want to read 10 more positions, 5 positions, you have to mention that number length. Okay, so you should know the syntax. Once you understand the syntax, that's all. You don't need to remember anything. First understand what is the use of that function or any particular thing you're learning, and then understand the syntax. Definition and syntax, if you know these two things, that's enough. And then solve some questions. Okay, solving questions give you, different ways to use the same topic or use the same knowledge to solve different questions, different scenarios. What happen if you simply learn the topic, you feel everything is standard, but once you try to implement that topic knowledge or the knowledge to solve a question, so there where the actual development happens once you start solving questions. I think there I should create a video on this because I'm getting many questions. Which part is important in clinical SAS or this? Let me note it down. Sunanda is telling, is it difficult to learn SAS or R? See, SAS is very easy to learn. And once you learn SAS, R becomes easy because 20-30% of concept gonna be same. It's not that much difficult. Okay. So first learn SAS fully, thoroughly. Okay. Then start learning R. For sure, the journey gonna be easy for you. Okay. So guys, I think I have taken most of your questions. So let's wait for a few more minutes. If we are getting some questions, we're gonna take it, or we can wind up the session in the next 5 minutes. Sir, please suggest best R language in YouTube, language channel in YouTube. Okay, let me have a look. This is also a good idea. Avantika is asking best source on internet to learn SAS free of cost. Superb. So guys, some of the best questions I'm suggesting, like I'm taking it from the comments. I'm gonna create video soon. Next video gonna be which part is important in SAS technical and clinical. And then the next video gonna be best source on internet to learn SAS free of cost. The cracking interview is difficult, or getting interview is difficult. Cracking is not that much difficult, right? So because once you get some interviews, 1, 2 or 3 interviews, you become expert of interviews. You get an idea, right? Because from 3 interviews you already noted down some questions. You got to know like what you faced, where you faced difficulty, and which things were easy for you. So obviously, in after giving some interviews, 1, 2 or 3 interviews, you want to perform better or best, right? So getting is difficult, cracking is not that much difficult. In 6 months, how much interview one can get? It is not sure. It depend upon. Let's suppose if today you are like starting to apply for this job role, and पिछले month ही hiring हुई थी या openings हुई थी. So obviously now for the coming 3-4 months, not that much openings will be there. But let's suppose if you are starting applying today, and you are going to start applying from today, and interview is gonna from last 3 months interview didn't happen, and next month gonna be the interview cycle. So their chances are high the next month itself you want to get interviews, and again, so interviews happen in every 3 to 4 months, what I personally feel. So there is a cycle of 4 months, because whenever a company gonna hire a bunch of candidates, they're gonna train them for a minimum 3 to 4 months. Then they're gonna put them on project, and again they're gonna do hiring. Which has more job opening, SAS or SAP? Avantika, in SAS, the domain is clinical only. And in SAP, there can be many companies. Like SAP is implemented to almost every big company. अनिमेश सर प्लीज सजेस्ट हाउ टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश. मुझे कंपनी में इंग्लिश बोलने में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, क्लाइंट से बात करने में. अनिमेश, आई टेल यू 2 हैबिट्स टू फॉलो. One is reading books. Choose any book that is in English and you are feeling interested to read. You can read novels or anything. Okay. Another thing is write down an essay. Try to write an essay for your concluding your entire day, from morning to night, whatever happened before sleeping. Write down an 1 or 2 page essay. Why you are facing the difficulty? Whenever you try to speak in English, your mind process it in the local language, whichever the mother tongue is. Okay, if it is Hindi, then Hindi. If it is Marathi, then the first thing will come in your mind, that mother tongue, right? But your mind is trying to convert in real time, and that's where you are facing the difficulty, because so long you have spoken that mother tongue language, and now you are suddenly trying to convert, telling your mind to speak in this language. So real time translation is the problem that is you are facing. So you need to train your brain. How you can train, like how you trained your brain to speak in the local language fluently, not the local language, the mother tongue, because you have done it for years, you have spoken it for years. Now again, you cannot wait for years, right, to improve. So you can create an environment. You don't get the environment where you get much opportunity to speak in English, so you can create your own environment. Read books, write down your entire day. Give your mind a time to think and process. Okay, whatever happened from day to night, write down. So reading and writing, these 2 things. The third thing you can do, watching web series or any TED talks which is in English, and that is helpful too. Patel is telling failed first year D Pharma due to PUBG, but refocused and passed out. Learned from your videos through a friend purchase. Your tips helped me to grasp concept and secure a job. Thanks for creating helpful content. That's great, Patil. Just ping me on LinkedIn. Okay. You can find the link in any of my video description. Animesh is asking, mind में टफ नहीं आ रहा है क्या, माइंड में थॉट नहीं आ रहा क्या बोलना है. Animesh, see, this happens, that is totally fine. Naturally कोई भी चीज स्टार्टिंग में ऐसा ही होगा, राइट? पहले दिन आप बहुत अच्छे से वॉक नहीं कर सकते, बहुत अच्छे से रन नहीं कर सकते, या मे बी व्हीकल नहीं चला सकते. स्टार्टिंग, दिस इज द बिगिनिंग, डोंट वरी. Eventually it's gonna improve. Follow my 3 tips. The first tip is reading books. Read minimum 2 or 3 pages, then write minimum 2 pages, and watch content for minimum 30 minutes. So you need to give 1.5 hour, 30 minutes to each. Reading 30 minutes, for writing 30 minutes, and for watching 30 minutes. This half an hour can change your entire way of your communicating in the next 30 days. But yeah, you have to follow it. Okay. SaaS का वर्क फ्रॉम होम जॉब मिल सकता है क्या? So being a fresher, it can be little difficult, okay, but once you get some experience, then yes, you can take work from home. Initially companies are focusing to hire you on site, so that once you get good exposure, जब आपको knowledge हो जाए थोड़ा बहुत, then they can give you the relaxation of work from home, or permanent work from home kind of. Genius is asking, I want to join SaaS programming course. Genius, you can what you can do, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling, and there we can discuss in detail. A minimum, if you have 1 year of experience or 2 years of experience, then it become easy to what we say, take work from home. Being a fresher also, some of my good students got selected, and from the beginning itself they have work from home. Companies like Efficacy, they are giving work from home from the beginning itself. Daya is asking, after getting training of clinical SaaS, can anyone eligible for CDM and PV? After getting training in clinical SaaS, you are easily eligible on CDM role. And PV job, yes, you can get it without any training. There is no particular training you should take to get PV job. Okay, so guys, I think I have taken most of the questions, and I hope I was able to contribute some knowledge. So Avantika is asking, please comment on CDM and PV domain. What's your opinion? See, obviously, if you ask me in terms of salary and growth, CDM is having much, growth and salary compared to PV domain. The salary is at the higher end for CDM compared to PV. And the salary of statistical programmer or clinical science programmer is little higher end from the CDM. Genius Upadhyay, any job which feels like, let's suppose if you want only comfort, you don't want to upskill, maybe then government jobs can be better. But if you love to upskill, you want to grow rapidly, then private jobs can be better, right? If you want global opportunities, you want to go abroad, you want to take the benefit of work from home, all these things, then private jobs can be a better option. If you want to grow, in a rapid way. If you looking for stability and you don't want to worry about upskill and all those things, then you can choose government job. You can assume from 4 to 10 LPA. Yes, in long term, you can take permanent work from home. Avantika is telling good night, sir. Again on another live session. Thank you, Avantika. True Path, I have already created a video on this roadmap for clinical science programmer. So guys, I think I have taken most of the questions for today. And now we can end this live discussion. So let's meet in the another live discussion, and whatever topics you have suggested me, like whatever topics you have suggested me that you want video on those topic, or you want to know that, for sure in the coming days you're gonna get videos on those topic. Okay. So guys, that's all for today, and thank you everyone, and bye bye everyone, and good night everyone.